We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Prescott off play action. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Cowboys hit 9-3 here on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
4th down, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 22. A first down throw for Mills. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts him right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mills throw completed to Mechie. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A give to Burkhead on first down. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Mills looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down.
Pierce has it knocked loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. That is caught by Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he is.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
To throw, Mills. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Smith to return it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, It'll go as a 19-yard return.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They go play action. Mills.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
That's returnable now for Smith. 13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now Mills.
That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for over the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On play action, Mills.
Rolling to his right.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, here's Pierce.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mills now. He gets this one to Mechie.
Touchdown, Texans.
John Mechie
From 8 yards out.
And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Tackle by Jonathan Grenard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
46.
Prescott to throw it.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. On the move past the 40.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips? Gain leverage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
From the 29, Mills.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. This is Burkhead running to the right.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Throwing, Mills.
They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
It's caught left side by Cooks. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Quick throw to Collins.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have...
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now Dak.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Here's Dak.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
Here's Prescott.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
To throw, Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Now Prescott.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.